Coming up on 69 News Weekend Edition, police say they have their man in the case of a hit and run that put a Kutztown University student in the hospital.
Institutions of higher learning all over the state of Pennsylvania are getting an F. We'll let you know why they are failing.
U.S. automakers could be getting closer to receiving the bailout money they say they need. Those stories and more, plus Amanda Cox has the AccuWeather forecast, and Jim Vaughn has sports. Good evening, I'm John Derr.
And I'm Karin Mallett. 69 News Weekend Edition starts now.
Your life, your world, your news. This is 69 News Weekend Edition, live at 6.
She was found lying in a Kutztown University parking lot early Friday morning. Police say 20-year-old Christine McGee, a sophomore at Kutztown University, was hit and then dragged by a pickup truck. Tonight, they say they have a man in custody.
Police say 20-year-old Michael Marone is the man responsible for hitting McGee with his truck and then leaving her lying in the parking lot. State police say Marone was driving the Ford F-150 that hit McGee, seriously injuring her. Marone was arrested at his home in South Jersey last night. He is in New Jersey now, awaiting extradition. Once back in Pennsylvania, Marone will face assault and reckless endangerment charges. McGee is in stable condition at Lehigh Valley Hospital.
A four-vehicle accident in Berks County has claimed the life of one of the drivers. Exeter Township police say the driver of the first vehicle hit another vehicle head-on just before 11 last night while traveling in the 6400 block of Perkiomen Avenue, and that caused a pileup of two other vehicles. The driver of the first vehicle, 27-year-old Joshua Warman of Birdsboro, died at the scene. One other driver was injured and taken to Reading Hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. And an accident in South Heidelberg Township, Berks County, also ends tragically. Officials say one person was killed in the crash that happened in the 400 block of Hunziger Road around 9:30 last night. This was also a head-on crash between two vehicles. The name of the person who died has not been released. South Heidelberg police are investigating. Another accident in Northampton County leaves that driver seriously injured. Officials say it happened around 11 last night on the eastbound side of Route 22 in Easton near Cemetery Curve. They say only one vehicle was involved and one person in that car was seriously injured. There's no word on the name of the injured person or their current condition. When it comes to higher learning, Pennsylvania ranks poorly in college affordability.
According to a new study, every state except for California failed. The grade is based on how much the average family pays for college. But there could be a silver lining. WFMZ's Jackie Shutack explains.
Tuition alone create an immense burden on Pennsylvania families. According to the study, poor and working class families must devote 61% of their income, even after aid, to pay for costs at public four-year colleges. Don Snyder is the president of Lehigh Carbon Community College. As the price of higher education skyrockets at public and private colleges, he believes community colleges could benefit.
And I think what this silver lining is that people will take a second look now. The economics will force them to look at the community college and say it's the affordable option.
Community colleges like L-Tri-C are offering more classes and programs. In fact, enrollment here has doubled since 2001. Snyder says the average family saves thousands of dollars by sending their children to a two-year community college. 85% of students at L-Tri-C receive financial aid. Snyder adds this study provides a wake-up call on the issue of college affordability, especially as a generation of college-educated workers prepares to retire. In Allentown, Jackie Shutack, 69 News.
Families from three homes in Easton had to leave their homes this morning after a gas leak. Officials say the call came in about 10 a.m. from a home in the 1000 block of Lincoln Street. UGI and Easton firefighters were called to the scene to check it out and found that a natural gas line under the street had broke. That natural gas was seeping into the basements of those three homes. So far, no injuries have been reported.
A 15-year-old boy is in the hospital after being stabbed outside a Northeast Middle School in Reading. Police say the boy and a 14-year-old boy were fighting yesterday when the 14-year-old pulled out a knife and stabbed the other boy multiple times in the stomach. The 14-year-old is a student at Northwest Middle School and was arrested by Reading police. There's no word on the current condition of the victim, but police expect him to recover. He's a student at Reading High.
Pentagon officials are calling its latest missile shield test a success. The Defense Department says an Inceptor missile launched from Vandenberg Air Force Base in California was able to destroy a missile launched from Kodiak, Alaska. But there was one setback. Officials were hoping to test if the interceptor missile could tell the difference between the real missiles and decoys. But they were not able to because the decoy failed to launch. A major hurdle has apparently been cleared in efforts to bail out the American auto industry. Meanwhile, you are probably enjoying the dramatic drop in the price of gas. But you won't believe how low one oil exec says it could go. Rick Vincent has the story.
President-elect chose very well.
Congressional aides say House Speaker Nancy Pelosi has softened her opposition to using $25 billion from a research program to develop fuel-efficient cars in order to extend the big three American automakers a lifeline intended to keep them out of bankruptcy. Change of heart from the House Speaker comes after the Labor Department reported more than 500,000 job losses in November, the worst report in over 3 decades. Meanwhile, President-elect Barack Obama revealed more parts of his economic recovery plan. Obama says he intends to upgrade or repair public infrastructure to save money and create jobs.
We will create millions of jobs by making the single largest new investment in our national infrastructure since the creation of the federal highway system in the 1950s.
And if there is any silver lining to the economic turmoil, it's at the gas pump. One oil executive said this week we could see $1 a gallon gas by early next year.
Would I bet on it? No. Do I think we're going to be at that price long term? No. But can it get there? Absolutely.
On Saturday, the average price of a gallon of gas fell again for the 80th straight day to an average of $1.75 a gallon. Rick Vincent, 69 News.
The American Red Cross wants to spread a little good cheer this holiday season, and First Lady Laura Bush is lending a hand. The organization hopes to collect at least 1 million holiday cards from you to send to U.S. troops. Officers across the country are collecting the cards. There are only a couple more days left for you to take part.
Police officers from Lehigh University took a break from their beat today. The department sponsored the annual Shop with a Lehigh Cop program at the Walmart in Lower Nazareth Township. The day began with breakfast with Santa at Lehigh University. Then 14 officers escorted 29 children from 12 different families to Walmart so the kids could get gifts and then have them wrapped up for their families. The police say it's a labor of love, and it is all in a day's work.
This is great, this is great. We enjoy helping, all of us that are here today, enjoy the cause and what it represents, and Chief takes good care of everybody, and we enjoy doing this.
The program with the Lehigh Department has been around for about 6 years. Much more to come on 69 News Weekend Edition. The Rotary Club raised more than $50,000 last year. You could determine whether that number gets beat this year. WFMZ's Stephanie Esposito will show us how.
It may be a little too cold these days to fly a kite, but one man has brought his love of flying fun indoors. Amanda.
And the snow is already flying. I'll have full details on when the snow is going to last through, and I'll have your 6th day coming up in just a bit.